Hi to my favorite person. How are you?
I'm all right. Duke, how are you?
I'm here. Another day, another dollar, another loaf of bread.
Alright. Yes. So I know you were saying before we started that you were busy at work today.
But yeah, lots of really crazy calls. Lots of crazy calls today.
Crazy as patients or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Sometimes us patients could be kind of crazy.
yeah, they can.
No,
They
I
really
say
can.
us because we are patients as well. I mean, not from where you work at, but we're patients in other offices.
No, it's true. It's true. How about you? Busy day?
Yeah. Yeah, I was out and about. Had gone out in the morning and then came back. Actually, I didn't even come back home. I just picked up the boys and then we were out again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aw, that's nice.
yeah.
You got to spend time with both of them? Both of them, right? Or just
Mhm.
one of them? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just I had just called Chema if he wanted to go with me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, oh, let me call Pancho and see if he wants to go. And he didn't want to come. He didn't want to come. He wanted to stay home. And I'm like, no, come on, let's go. And then I think Chema just pressured him to come and he ended up coming. So it was good.
Well,
Yeah.
that's nice though. Do you do that with all your kids? Just like spend time with them
I used
individually
to
or
do it more
together?
often as they were young.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I when they were in elementary, I would take them out from school.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went to like elementary, junior high. I'll do the same. It
Mm-hmm.
kind of changed when they were in high school
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, there was like you took me out when literally had a test. I'm like, oh, sorry. Or
Test.
you took me out when I was gonna do this, and I'm like, oh, okay. So that kind of changed. Yeah, that kind of changed. So, but yeah, I used to do something a lot with that when they were a lot younger.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Well,
used.
you can take me out of work whenever you want.
Oh, yeah, that's too far.
Come on, please.
But yeah, I used to do that with them. When I used to take them out, I used to go eat, or we used to go watch a movie, or we used to
Mm-hmm.
do something. But yeah, a lot of people didn't like the fact that I would take them out of school.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, so
Yeah. They're your kids. What are they gonna
yeah.
do?
Yeah, as long as I don't take your kids out, that's fine. Yeah, but you'll see. You'll see. But no, actually, this was different because I usually don't go out as much with the boys as what I would do with the girls. I think I
Hmm.
go out more with the girls than with the boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the boys just want to be at home laying down playing games. That's all they want to
Yeah.
do. And the girls,
Oh,
plus no, the girls is different. So today was something different. It was good.
that's good.
It was good. And I needed to get my head out.
Yeah.
But
It was one of those days.
yeah.
Ah, well, welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to No Clue, where we explore all things soul, self, and the unseen. As always, I am Kathy.
And I'm Brisa, and today we're diving into the fantastic world of fortune telling and spiritual readings, what they really mean,
Ooh,
how they shaped cultures, and how they continue to show up in our lives today.
okay. Have you gotten readings before?
Plenty of them.
I know.
Plenty of them.
Some even on the same day.
Probably. I like your cup. I like your mug.
Thank
Nice.
you.
They're pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like the design. Yeah, I have plenty of them. Have you? Have you had plenty of them?
Maybe not as plenty as you, but I've had a couple. Yeah. They've
So,
all been fun. They've all
so,
been interesting.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you're more, how can I say this?
Oh,
You weren't like as open to the idea of tarot before?
no, I've always been very interested in tarot. I guess I was just intimidated by it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
In which way?
I guess just like the ¿cómo te explico? Like the backstory of it, like it, like getting something bad from it, pues. like it telling you like something bad was gonna happen is what like intimidated me because I was like, oh, you never know what it could be. And you never know how accurate it could be too.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what intimidated me. And even reading, like learning how to read them
Mhm. Mhm.
like, on my own, that's intimidating as well.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they like you've said, they tell a story
Mhm.
and you have to learn how to read that story.
Mhm.
And I'm not a very good reader. So it's intimidating.
Mhm.
It's intimidating being read and getting a reading done.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like a reflection of yourself and what you're going through and what you don't want to
Here.
accept, yeah, that you're going through. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right on it, Thea. You're taking the words right out of my brain.
Yeah. I mean,
How about
not
you?
that I mean to take them out, but yeah, it's true what you're saying.
How about
Uh,
you?
Me? No, I have had a lot of tarot readings. I have had one, two, I don't know if one or two palm readings.
Gotten pawn readings too.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, oh my goodness, I can't wait to get into this one.
Yeah. I have my palm read. I have plenty of tarot cards read. I also have the runes. The runes, those I have gotten read maybe like twice.
Oh, I haven't gotten
Um,
those.
yeah, I have those
You have
read.
to tell me more about that one.
I have done my astrology chart read once.
Hmm.
I I have my astrology chart read, pero the also like online. I've done that online.
Hmm.
Those online, I have done them a couple of times to kind of understand because sometimes you read certain things and you don't
And it doesn't,
understand like the first.
yeah.
So you
Hmm.
go back to what I go back to it and maybe I'll get it, you know?
Yeah.
And what other readings? I mean, there's a lot of plenty of readings that people do. There's a lot of, coughing grounds, readings. There's tea
Yeah. There's
reading,
thieves.
readings.
Hmm.
There's a lot.
The
There's
bones.
bones.
The
Yeah, the bones.
bones.
Yeah.
Um,
I see that the
what
bones is
else?
really interesting. I just don't
Oh
know how
yeah.
they read them. I also had
Hmm.
once gotten read like the shelves, los
The shelves?
caracoles. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't. First of
Yeah.
all, I haven't even heard of that one before. This is a
Mm-hmm.
first.
Mm-hmm. The
Ooh,
shelves.
okay. I follow this girl on TikTok and I don't know her username or her at name,
Mm-hmm.
but she reads charms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how she does that, but good for her.
Yeah.
That's really cool how she can do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the shells.
Mm-hmm. Los caracoles. I didn't
Holy
know nothing
shell.
about the shells, like
Mm-hmm.
seashells, pues,
Yeah.
until until I actually got them read. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
I
It's just
wouldn't know.
the
It's
spirits whispering in their ear.
oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God, it's el mar. I
Mm-hmm.
used to love collecting shells and putting them on my ear and then just hearing that sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
But now,
oh, I'm intrigued.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Talking about readings, gonna do our oracle reading.
Yes, I love oracle readings.
Um,
I love oracle readings.
Actually, I had my first oracle reading when I went this last
Oh
time
yeah,
to
when you were
Vegas.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was expecting like a tarot reading and they ended up being an oracle reading, which was good. It was
Hmm.
good.
It was a first, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And as always, when it's always a first, it's like kind of not understanding or it's kind of weird because you haven't gotten it
Hmm.
done before.
Yeah.
So it was one of those weird.
Very, very weird.
So this says, stop worrying. Your desires are manifesting.
Yes. Thank you.
There
I
you
love that.
go.
I love that. I love that. I'm glad to hear that.
That
I
comes
am glad.
just in time.
Just in time. Excellent. I know it does. It does. Just in time. So today we're going to be sharing our own um experiences with these practices. Like we had mentioned, there's tarot, there's birth chart, the astrology, there's the bones, there's the coffee grounds, there's the
Tea leaves.
seashells, the bay leaves,
Tea,
tea
tea.
leaves. Sorry, I don't
Hmm.
know why I said bay leaves. Um, but I
There's
myself have,
runes. Hmm.
yeah, the runes. I myself have only gotten two out of the ones that we've named.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. This is our experience.
I guess I like to experiment a little bit more.
Yeah, no, you really do. Which I kind of appreciate because then I get to learn from you. And then I'll be like, ooh, I'll get that
Like,
next
yeah, I get
time.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have done the past life readings.
Oh my God, yes,
Hmm.
we have. I was just gonna mention that. I'm telling you, you're right in my head today.
Mm,
Right in
fine.
my head.
I wish you were in mine today.
You can't say that. I think I gave you your space today.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Oh man. Was that oracle card that you just read something that you resonated with?
100%.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You guys have to let us know if you guys resonate with it as well. So let us know down in the comments, send us an email, you know, um, hit us up on Instagram or TikTok. Let us
Hmm.
know how that one made you feel. Jesus, I can't talk today.
And what other ways are also a way of readings or a way of knowing or our dreams. Our dreams are also
Oh,
another way
yes.
to interpret certain things that might happen, will happen at a certain time
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah, or that already had happened.
Already had happened.
Yeah. They're like glimpses into the future, kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yep. I
Oh.
have had a couple of those of the dream.
Oh. Oh yeah, me too. Me too. Actually, this is going to be a little story time that I want to share with you guys. Um, so there was one year, I want to say we had just, mm, I think it was more than 5 years that we were living in the house, my parents' house.
Hmm.
And we had been asking my dad for a dog for a while now, right? And like we were doing everything possible to show him that, or to show them that we were responsible, you know,
To have a dog.
humans to
Yeah.
have a dog, right? And so we like begged and begged, and all we would talk about was a dog this, a dog that, a dog here, a dog there. And my parents just disliked the idea of a dog
Hmm.
because they didn't grow up with pets. So, like
Hmm.
me and my sister were set in stone on just having a dog and like having a family dog. And we would talk about it for days, literally. We would like name every breed. We would like be like, this is the one for us. This is not the one for us. Like we would just,
Hmm.
you know, la-di-da about dog breeds. And so I I want to say it was during the month of December that this happened, but I'm not exactly sure if it was before Christmas or after Christmas. But there was one night where me and my sister, we were in her room, and this was during, mm, I believe this was during the time that she still had that pink wall, Disney princess wallpaper, everything like that in her
Hmm.
room. I want
Hmm.
to say it was during that time still. Um, and so, we were talking about a dog, like what would we name it? What would it
Hmm.
be? Whatever, right? We were going into that detail. And tell me why both me and my sister dreamt the exact same dream
Wow.
to the smallest detail. We dreamt the exact same thing, which was my dad surprising us with
With the
a
dog.
dog.
¿Será porque durmieron juntas? ¿O no
Did
durmieron juntas?
será? No, no, sí, sí, sí.
Sí.
We slept in the same room.
Uh-huh.
We slept in her room actually. We fell asleep in her room and with the intention of not trying to fall asleep.
Okay.
But somehow we ended up falling
Falling
asleep.
asleep.
And we woke up. We woke up that morning. I remember my sister's like, I had a dream. And I was like, oh my God, me too. And she's like, no, let me go first. She's like, I need to tell you what I dreamt about. And I was like, okay, okay, okay. And so here she goes telling me this dream again that my dad surprised us with a dog and that it was
Mm-hmm.
going to be like a blonde um golden dog, right? And I was like, stop. I was like, I had the exact same dream that my dad was surprising us with a dog and it was the exact same color, like brown, like gold, like it was just going to be that type of dog.
Mm-hmm.
And so tell me why that morning my dad comes into her room and he was like, arréglense. He was like, ya nos vamos a ir. And we're like, where?
Where?
And so he's like, and then he's like, stop asking so many questions and, get
Just get
ready. And
ready.
yeah. Me and my
Yeah.
sister look at each other like, do you know where we're going?
Mm-hmm.
Questioning. We end up driving who knows how far, who knows how long, who knows on what side of town, because I still don't know my streets. And we end up arriving at this strange community, like home area.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister's asking me, she's like, do you know where we're at? And then I was like, no. And then I remember asking our dad in the car, like, where are we? Like, are we gonna visit someone? Like, what are we doing here? And my dad, as serious as can be, he really kept his cool. He was
Mm-hmm.
like, I just came to pick something up for work and then we're leaving. And so he told us to stay in the car. So we did. Um, and we stayed in the car. He came out and he was like, come inside. And we're like, why? But we entered the home and, we introduced ourselves to this family. And then this guy, I remember what he said. This guy was like, are you guys excited? Like really, happy,
Yeah, and
hyped,
you
and
guys didn't even know what was going on. Yeah.
no idea whatsoever. And um, me and Mr. kind of just looked at each other and we're like, shrugged our shoulders and we're like, what? Excited about what?
Mm-hmm.
And that is when we saw this medium size, no, a little less medium, but she was like small dog with her pointy ears and
Mm-hmm.
her cute little nose, like long. She looked like a fox, honestly. And she was so beautiful. And he was like, "Are you guys excited?" And we're like, "What?" He's like, "This is your dog." And we looked at my dad. We're like in disbelief. And we're like, "What?" And then he's like, "But you have to take care of it, and you have to feed it, and you have to take it on a walk, and you have to pick after it, and this and that, and everything else." He was giving us a whole list already. And you have to train it and make sure it doesn't bite people. And but there she was. Oh, and then she had a red bow on her. It looked like a
Mm-hmm.
Christmas bow. Oh my goodness. But
But she
she just
was like brittle, no? She was brittle?
red.
Like orange, orangey color, pues?
Uh-huh, see,
Mm-hmm.
kind of,
Was
yeah.
it the same color that you guys had dreamed of?
Yeah, in a
Mm-hmm.
way. Yeah. Yeah. And so then, she wasn't very excited to meet us. She was a very serious, puppy. We actually don't know how old she was when we got her. Um,
Um,
we didn't know much about her.
mm-hmm.
And I tried petting her and she kind of snapped at me. My sister got scared. And so like we had a very interesting relationship the first couple of months getting to know one another. And then getting to name her was just so hard because we felt like nothing fit.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my sister were just calling out names until one time she like looked back at us while we were calling out these names and that one just stuck and that was her name.
The Luna, no?
No,
No?
It was
No,
Dulce.
Luna's is the one that you have right
Yeah,
now.
Luna's
Oh,
the one I
okay.
have right now.
Uh,
But we named her Dulce,
Dulce.
and
Se
it was
llamaba
after.
Dulce María.
No, but actually that did come up, but Dulce, just Dulce. And it was good because my sister's favorite snack was candy at that time, and it
Yeah.
just made sense. Boy, but she was a handful, let me tell you. She tried running away a couple times. We had to bribe her with like hot dogs and bologna and treats of all kinds, but
She was probably
oh
like, take me out of here.
yeah.
These girls know nothing about me.
I know. But no, she ended up like being really cariñosa with the both of us after
Hmm.
the first couple of months, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
But that I just had to share that because after that, me and my sister never shared a dream again.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
it. Yeah,
uh-huh.
that was the only time.
So yeah, so sometimes we gotta remember that our, card readings doesn't necessarily tells you something like brand new or seen.
Mhm.
It just confirms what you already know. We just go for readings just to have confirmation. And the same
Yeah.
thing goes, with dreams. I sometimes when I have these nice typical dreams where I get just así como tú, like they feel like really real and vivid.
Yes.
Um, I that's when I sometimes I go ahead and I book a reading. But
Oh,
because I
okay.
want to get clarification, I want to get that it's
Yeah.
actually there, and it's true, you sometimes you just go for readings to get clarification, to get
Mm-hmm.
even though you like in your gut that it is part of what it
Yeah.
is, but
Mm-hmm.
here we go again with not trusting
That's
what we
mhm.
what we
That
feel.
self-doubt.
Yeah. No, that was awesome though. That was pretty awesome that you guys, both of you, had that dream, and it
Yep.
came
And
it
it
came
came
true
true. Yeah, no,
exactly that
seriously. We
day
were
to
both really
that
shocked.
morning.
Yes,
Hmm.
that morning. And then I think, if I remember correctly, I think we ended up telling my dad. Like, I think we ended
Hmm.
up telling both my parents that we had this dream. And we were like shocked because my dad gave no sudden hints, no nothing. Like, I'm telling you, he cold as a rock or something because he kept a straight face. He did not leave any hints, nothing, nothing, just nothing. He did not come with any kind of signs whatsoever, except for that dream.
Well, at least somebody from the above helped you guys.
Yeah, no, seriously, because we really wanted a dog. We
Yeah.
really wanted a dog, really
Hmm.
bad. And we did. We ended up getting one. And then Uh, she was an only dog for a couple of years, and then in 2016 we ended up getting Luna. But Luna, we got her as a puppy. No, I did know about her. I did know that I was getting her. I did
Oh,
know that
okay.
because my mom had told us that we were getting if I wanted another dog, but she would be my dog. But I thought Luna was gonna be a Doberman. She's a Chihuahua Terrier.
Hmm.
But his stomach makes fun of me. He's like, "Look at your Doberman over there."
Oh man. Oh man. So the readings that you have gotten,
Mhm.
um, have they like been
Accurate?
have they predicted, yeah, accuracy in certain things, or does
Yes.
it leave you in limbo? What was it from
Ooh.
before, for one reading that you had before to the ones that you just had recent?
Okay, okay, okay. So, um, I believe I was still in high school when I got my palms read.
Hmm.
Um,
In high school?
in high school.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Wait,
had
tú
I,
fuiste más traviesa que yo, entonces déjame te digo.
no, that is not true.
Yes, I had mine when I was maybe like 20, 21, around my
Oh,
20s. So,
um,
mhm,
I was like 18. I think I was a junior. 'Cause I graduated when I was 19. So I think I was 18, I
mhm.
think. I don't remember exactly what age now. but I know I was still in high school. And I got my palms read. And I was kind of nervous. I was kind of nervous, especially because I remember well, okay, let me just tell you guys what happened. For whatever reason, something had called me to do my palms.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I was thinking about doing tarot first, but I had gone to the store. Well, it was a plaza and the gym was there. So I was going to the gym and for whatever reason, I looked down because I thought I dropped something, but in front of me was a card to get palms read.
Oh, it was
So
meant to
I was
be.
like, yeah. So I was like, okay. I was like, I've been wanting to do something like this, but I've always just been really afraid
Mhm.
to go alone, like, but I didn't know who I can like trust, so I kind of just
Mhm.
went by myself and I followed this card, like on the number, whatever. I showed up. And so um I remember her telling me that I had a lot of uncertainty going on relationship wise, and that I was questioning whether the partner I was with during that time was going to be my forever partner.
Mhm.
But she had mentioned how she saw two men in my line of, I forgot what line she had said
Mhm.
exactly. She said the partner I was with right now, and then
Somebody else.
somebody else. And so I had mentioned to her that, that I was pretty spot on, and
Okay.
I started nervously laughing because I was like, wait a minute, what? What? You can see
Who
that right here?
who
Like, who called ahead and told her my life story? Like, what do you mean? And so I was like, okay. And then she had mentioned about school as well, how I didn't want to continue going to school, like
Mhm.
college,
Mhm.
and that I had like a really big decision to make, and um that she saw me going to school but not fully finishing.
Finishing school. Oh.
Yeah, and so I kind of didn't like that part because I was like, no, I am gonna finish. Like I am gonna do get my degree, whatever, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then she talked about kids. I can't really remember about the kid part. Um, and then she talked about reconnecting with said individual, love interest. And so I
Mm.
was like, tell me more. Like I think I was mostly interested in that aspect of things. And so, she was telling me about like my relationship with my partner at that time. And
Mhm.
she was like, it just isn't there what you're looking for. Like it just isn't there.
Mhm.
And I remember like I remember thinking to myself, like, is it written all over my face? Like what in the world? Like how?
Yeah.
How? And she was just naming some key factors in that relationship that kind of spooked me because I was like, my Instagram is on private. Like, what do you mean? At that time I wasn't on Facebook. I was like, what is going on? And then she had mentioned that the second love interest was someone that I already knew, was someone that I already gotten really close to, was someone that I had already had a previous relationship with,
Oh
and
my God.
how like how things ended were supposed to end that way because we were going to reconnect just a little like further down
Mhm.
the line. And so, she asked me if I wanted to know the name, and I was kind of debating, and she was like, you have until the end to tell me if you do or you don't. And I was like, okay. And I was just kind of going about it like back and forth. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I know who it is. But I asked her to tell me towards the end. I was like, okay, tell me. And she ended up giving me my husband's name.
My God.
She also mentioned that that I would travel, towards where he was at.
Mhm.
And then she
Oh, he
mentioned like
wasn't he wasn't
some,
in Vegas during that time?
no. Well, yeah, he was in Vegas during that time, but when we graduated high school the same year in 2017.
Mhm.
excuse me, he moved out to California. So he was
Oh,
living out in California.
okay.
She also mentioned some like key factors, uh, um, like relationships that I had with like my parents and how they affected and this and that. Like I'm telling you, she really spooked me. She really got me like, what? Where are the cameras? Who is the person following me? But like I said, I think I only, I guess I just wanted more clarification on like my relationship aspect at the time.
Your love
Um,
relationship.
yeah,
Okay.
my love relationship, yeah. Um, and then that was it. And then I remember leaving and I couldn't like keep it to myself anymore. So I remember calling my best friend at that time and I told her and then she was like, "Are you gonna do it? Like, are you gonna reach out to him?" And I was like, "I don't know, should I?" And I was kind of like back and forth, but I didn't do it at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then a couple months, I think like 2 months had passed where I ended up telling my mom that I got my palms read and she got so mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
She got so upset with me. She was like, "You shouldn't have done that. They, what did she say exactly?"
Well, apparently it is from what I've heard, having your palm read
Mm-hmm.
shortens your life.
Ándale, que te
Mm-hmm.
roban la vida. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah. That's what she told me. She's like, now you're gonna die young.
Ain't no way.
And she's like, you shouldn't have done that. She was like, you should have just done the tarot cards instead.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, why do you even need it? She was like, you're still in high school. Like, what don't you understand right now that you need like help on? And
Mm-hmm.
it was just so, when she told me that they had taken that they were taking a bit of my life away, I was kind of like, I've already lived a long life. But that was my first interaction with some clarification into
Well,
fortune telling.
you had a lot of accuracy in there.
Oh yeah, that really spooked
Mm-hmm.
me. That really spooked me.
So from that reading to your current readings, how are they different?
How are they different? My current readings talk more about I guess you would say my spiritual growth rather than my relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit towards the type of relationships I have with my parents, my family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like with past loved ones too, because during my second reading, it was with Alyssa. She was able to tell me a little bit more about myself.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess these new ones were more about myself
Mm-hmm.
rather than me trying to figure out about someone else,
Right,
I guess.
right. Yeah.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Mm,
yeah. How
okay.
about you? What was your first reading like?
So my first reading was pretty interesting
Oh,
because
okay.
I got my actually reading was actually maybe like 2 minutes long because I did the readings that you do online, the ones that you pay online.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh
So
my God. I used to love those commercials and I always wanted to call, but I was like, I can't use my minutes.
so the no, this is I remember this is when like kind of Wi-Fi started to come out.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so
okay. I
I
mostly saw
remember
those like
I
before
re
Wi-Fi came out.
yeah, so it
Wait,
was
actually, no. I don't remember when, but I do remember seeing the commercials on TV for that.
so yeah, so then I don't know how I found it. That I don't remember. I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
how I found it. I just remember that I had like 2 minutes free of a reading and then the
Okay.
rest I needed to pay. So for like each minute it was like $2.75, I think.
Wow,
It,
that's expensive.
so the first 2 minutes were free for that for the reading,
Hmm.
and he was pretty accurate. There was a lot of, truth on what it was saying, pero
Hmm.
for some reason I wasn't able. I think I was scared to move forward
Hmm.
and pay the like just add
Additional
money
time.
to
Yeah.
yeah to keep on going. I would think I was just too afraid because I mean that was actually my first time. Um, you more of a rebel than me. Like I'm seeing.
No, no, no rebel. Just a curious soul wanting to know answers.
And so that was my first time. Then after that I didn't well actually after that I had went to Mexico and I
Hmm.
had like well it was a limpia and I
Oh,
was
okay.
pregnant. I was pregnant with Jadi actually. And that lady had who did the cleanse for me, she's like, "Boy, do you know you're pregnant?" I'm like, "Yeah." But I had just found out that I was pregnant a day before I actually traveled to Mexico. And then which I wasn't expecting to be pregnant because I was on a double shot and I got pregnant. But
Mm.
anyways, so and then she told me that what I was gonna have was it was a girl. She's like, "You're
Oh,
having a
she
girl."
told you
Hmm.
my goodness. Oh, well, but see,
Yeah,
excuse me, you had just known
yeah,
or found out that you were
yeah.
pregnant.
Mm-hmm. And she told me it was gonna be a girl. I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I didn't know. I wasn't sure if I was, to believe her or not. And I'm like, well, we
Yeah.
shall see if it's true. So I remember telling her dad, I'm like, well, the lady said I'm having a girl. And like, he's not much a believer
Okay.
so he's like, oh, pues, lo que sea, And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah. And she ended up being a girl.
So so when you got your ultrasound, did you ask to know during your ultrasound or did you wait until
No se
you
dejaba
gave
ver.
birth? Oh,
No se dejaba ver.
really?
But I remember that the tech would tell me that it will be a girl because she will have these sassy poses. And
Uh-huh.
I remember we had gone to do during that time the 3D ultrasounds were really
Oh, yeah.
popular. So
Mm-hmm.
I had a 3D ultrasound and we like any of the techs were in the technicians wasn't able to
Mm-hmm.
get to see if she was a female or male.
Yeah.
But the one technician, she was like, I'm 100% sure that she's a girl because her poses are just too, just for a girl. Because she will be like this, she will be like this, like she'll have little poses. Hmm.
She was a Gerber baby already,
Yeah, yeah.
posing for the
Hmm.
calendar.
Yeah. So, and then from there, I didn't had any other tarot readings. No, I didn't have any tarot readings. But I did. That was when I got my palm read, and that was when I was in Delaware. And when I got my palm read,
Hmm.
I was just in shock. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
they really get you there, huh?
yeah. And I remember her grabbing my hand. She's looking. She's like casi queriéndome quitar mi mano.
Yeah, they like bend your hand in
Yeah.
so different ways. I was like, wait a minute.
And she told me a lot. She really told me a lot. She told me one of the things that like stuck out to me more. One of the first thing that she told me was that ¿cómo te puedo decir? I take over my mom a lot.
Yeah,
She's like, you take over a lot from your mom, and I'm like, huh? And I'm like, okay.
and that's
She
not always something we want to hear, right? In some cases,
yeah.
not all cases, but in
No,
some.
but no, I have always, well, yeah, in certain things, in certain things. But she did say that I would take over a lot from her. And
Hmm.
I do seem to see that I do take certain things from her. Um, um, but yeah. She did say, she did tell me about a soulmate, that I did had a soulmate. But my parents didn't allow me to be with him. And she just described him to the T. And I exactly knew who he was.
Whoa.
Yeah, but she told me
Funny how
that.
we both got like readings about a
Hmm.
a potential partner.
Yeah, she said a lot of few things. Um, I during that time, I remember I had said that I was going through what I know today was depression. I didn't know back then.
Hmm.
She said a lot of things. She said a lot of things that I can't say in here right now.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Uh,
Wow, that's really interesting how she was able to get everything to the T.
hmm
I mean,
it was interesting because okay, that was her. Then from her,
hmm
I kept going to her. Um, then I stopped because I came back to PA.
hmm
Then years went by, and that's how I started meeting like other people around, and this one lady in Jersey. That's where I got the seashells read.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but she's like from another type of culture, I would say. So como que I feel like each culture has their own different ways of
Yeah, of
readings.
interpreting.
Yeah, that's when I met Alyssa. Used to
Oh,
do
okay.
a lot of tarot readings with her. With the when I started tarot reading was a lot about myself.
Hmm.
That's why when you said that she started more like your reading was more about yourself than anything else. She started with me when I started with her. It was more about myself of
Yeah.
what I was going through.
Hmm.
A whole bunch of
A
that.
whole bunch. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Um. And then years went on. She really didn't. She caught on to something, and I never said anything because I really wanted it. Not test her. I wouldn't say test, but I wanted to see if
Yeah.
she will ever bring it up. Um,
Okay.
the one thing that the lady with the palm reading that was she brought up, that is something I never had mentioned before. Though the
Hmm.
lady who did the palm reading, she brought it up I mean, right away. Um, and with Alyssa, it took a little bit more time.
Hmm.
Alyssa explained to me that she doesn't go like too deep and too personal sometimes because she doesn't want to,
Okay.
she doesn't want to step, certain
Yeah, like
boundaries.
a line, a
Yeah.
boundary. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. But I guess she's like, I guess it came up because it needed to be worked on. It's something that you need to work on. Um, but yeah, no, I my readings are have always been to the T. Sometimes I am not gonna say sometimes there's certain times I don't understand,
Oh, yeah,
certain
no.
things. But during time I go back to some of the readings and I listen to them and then I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what's going on. But I always say that even though you get readings, I don't seem to think that your life needs to go accordingly to what that reading is saying.
Say.
You have
Hmm.
your own willpower to change certain things, whether they're good or bad. If it's something good that you don't want or something bad that you don't want, you have that willpower to change it. It's up to
Yeah.
you how you want to go about it. Um,
Hmm.
so I feel that um how do you use your readings?
Um, I use my readings to reflect.
Mhm.
Well, with Alyssa, she lets us record
Mhm.
our sessions, so I'll look back. Well, I won't look back, but I'll listen back to the recording.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, okay, well, on this month she said I was gonna have a bumpy ride and experience a lot of
Mhm.
emotional stuff, and so then I'll like, I've been doing my best journaling.
Mhm.
So then I would like look back on that month and I'll be like, you know what, I was feeling a little bit emotional or a little more than usual.
Mhm.
Um, and so I'll like look back and reflect on what she had told me and then see where I'm at now and if I still feel the same way or if I don't or if I've like gained anything
Mhm.
um from it. And like is how I mentioned earlier, like a mirror of what it can and can't be.
Mhm.
'Cause like you said, we have willpower to
To
change our
change.
destiny.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's how I use mine. Um so yeah, I think I mentioned this during our last episode for the astral projecting, but Alyssa mentioned it to me when I got my reading that
Mhm.
I was doing astral projection when I was younger. And I was like, how do you know? Like we haven't even started, you know?
Mhm.
And she was able to get that like right off the bat. And so I was like, wait. And then she started mentioning stuff about like if I was hearing things, if I was seeing things, if I was in touch with my intuition. And, like I had just met her and she was already
Mhm.
calling this stuff out. So I was like, okay, okay. Um,
And I
and
didn't say anything because we disconnected for a very long time. So I didn't know what was going on.
yeah. So yeah, I listen back and it makes I feel some type of way sometimes. Like I feel proud in a way of like where I was, where I am now, and like
Mhm.
what I've learned and what I've like, you know, I'm still learning from. Sometimes it's a boost of encouragement.
I think
Right.
I started using mine for guidance.
Hmm.
Yeah, guidance. Because I will always kind of like ask her, like, or any of my readers that I'll go
Hmm.
to, um, how can I go about with certain things that I'm going through?
Yeah.
I will use it as guidance. And I would switch things around, certain things that I didn't, wouldn't like, or, just certain things like that. Like I said, I would do things different and
Hmm.
change it around. But yeah, we use it as guidance. And I have had a couple of readings, two readings, probably 2 to 3 readings, where there's a couple of times where a reader would tell you when there's actual death coming in the family.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, I have always like my readings with Alyssa because she's really transparent with you. Um, I'm gonna say that probably with, I don't know if she's like that with everybody or just with certain people that she feels that she's able to be transparent with,
Yeah.
but she has um come up with death in the family, which she had read to me maybe before the actual passing. I think within 2 years it had happened, within a year or 2 years. And then after,
Oh, wow.
when it was getting closer, she started telling me, and she was like, I actually think it's coming. So, but yeah, um, I do really like my readings with her.
Yeah. I
Sometimes
like
it
them
could be
too.
they can be really tough,
Oh,
sometimes, but
mhm.
sometimes it's what we need to hear.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, you've had more readings than I had. I mean, I think I've only had 4 readings
Hmm.
and and they're all separated by a really long time.
Well, mine's too. Mine's too,
Mhm.
because especially because my readings would always be mostly with her, and
Mhm.
she doesn't do readings um too close
Consistently?
from.
Oh.
Yeah, too close from your first reading to your next reading. She leaves a gap. And I
Oh.
understand why,
Yeah.
I have gotten not only from her but from other people as well that you have to wait a time. You have to give it time
Mhm.
for your first reading to go through to process, because you're gonna go to somebody else and you're probably gonna get the same thing, but just in different
Yeah.
words.
Mhm.
So, you just got to give it time. Sometimes in readings, we don't like what we hear. But it's just
Yeah.
how it is, you know? It's just how things have to be, and you just have to go with it. I mean, and if you don't like it, then just leave it as that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing, you
Yeah.
know, if you don't want to go by it. Um, but yeah, yeah, those are my readings.
How about I know we've both done the life regression one. How did that one go? Did that one leave you with any surprises or
Oh,
with more
yes.
questions or
Yeah,
just like
of course. You know, questions you always have.
I know.
I have done past lives readings with cards. I have never done one with as with the
The
hypnosis,
hypnosis?
I think is it.
I want to do the hypnosis one so
Um
bad.
it has led me to a lot of questions, yes. It has also led me to where I could understand certain things now
Mm-hmm.
of and this is kind of funny because I actually just did one just before we even got into life. I just pulled out some
Oh,
cards for
really?
me. Yeah. And the almost the same cards that came out a couple of times back when I got my first reading done, it's almost the same
Mm-hmm.
ones popped out to me now. Now I'm like, okay,
Oh,
now
wow.
it's like but it reminds me, you know, it reminds me why, because had gone how many times to the beach? Twice this in this summer?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
twice.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I love the water. I like to sit and just listen to the water, you know, listen to the
Mm-hmm.
waves and just, you know, just take it all in. But there
Yeah.
it hits something different when I'm inside. I don't know what it is. I mean, I do know what it is, but it's just you know, it was a refreshing for me to not beat myself up and and then just enjoy it how I like it. I don't need to be
Mm-hmm.
in the water to enjoy it, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of understandings of who I am, what I am, what I do and do not like, and
Mm-hmm.
what do I like. You know, there's just a lot of that of better understanding. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
How about you with your past life readings?
Mine was really interesting. Mine was so cool. Um, it also clarified things. It also told me things that I kind of had a feeling of, but like just was
Yeah.
unsure about.
Mhm.
Um, my had mentioned that like the family I was born into now, like we've shared a life before. And I thought that was really interesting because she gave a little bit more detail on that.
Mhm.
And kind of the things that she had mentioned are also like happening right now in a way.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that was really interesting to like see or
Mhm.
hear, pues.
Mhm.
And she let me know a little bit more about myself as well, which I thought was really interesting too. So that's actually what I was looking for, to learn more about myself and
Mhm.
more about like why I had certain dreams and why I felt certain things. Um and after that, they started clicking and they started making sense and the
Sense,
puzzle
yeah.
started being
Mhm.
the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But I really do want to try the hypnosis one. Like I really, really want to try being hypnotized and going into a different realm and just try like seeing if I can be like if I'll still be conscious about what is going on under hypnosis.
Mhm.
So I definitely want to try that. But yeah. Are there any new types of readings or forms of readings that you want to try?
I don't know. I don't know if there's any new one. I would like to do the coffee and the tea leaves.
The coffee and the tea?
That I do
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get something like that done, but I don't know anybody who does any of those type of readings.
If you guys know anyone, please let us know.
Yeah.
Put them down in the comments, give us their info, and we'll love to schedule a reading.
Mhm.
There was one. Do you remember when we went to the expo?
Okay.
That lady that you did a reading with,
Okay.
the Book of Life one.
Mhm.
That's not the actual name of it. I
Mhm.
just forgot the name of the actual session that you had with her.
So she does the your Akashi records reading.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
So that
I
she
want to do
does
that.
like your contract, your soul contract type
Hmm.
reading.
I want
And
to do that.
yeah, I completely have forgotten about that reading. Listen, it's something that
You're welcome.
I loved that reading.
Hmm.
I
Really? Did you?
Yes, yes, I did.
That's good.
Um,
Encourages me
because
even more.
sorry.
See, sorry to hold her, not me.
No, I really did love that reading. It just, I don't know, it did something to me.
Yeah.
And she literally, she told me, she's like, after today, she's like, you're gonna see certain things change. You're gonna see a lot of, things changing around you. Um, things coming up. And yes, a lot of things have been coming up. Um, a lot of things has changed. Um, but yeah, there's certain things that in dreams that I do remember certain things.
Hmm.
Um, us, some more than others. Some, it just depends how I wake up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that is a reading that I would do again. Yeah.
I want to try it.
Mm-hmm.
There's also another one that I want to try, and I forget what it's called.
Hmm.
Um, but it's also under hypnosis. Like you go under hypnosis and you know, they do a reading. Um, I'm I'm not exactly sure what I can't remember. I was watching a podcast about it
Mm-hmm.
and I was intrigued. I was like, I want to do it. Like I want to try it. I want to see what I can get. I want to see what I can learn. I want to see what would come forth. But I can't remember the name of it right now.
Hmm.
Um, but the tea one also really sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The bone one. I wanna know more about how people read bones. Like I wanna know
I think so,
history behind that.
the with the bones, it's how they fall when you drop them. I think
Hmm.
that's how they start reading them. But I don't know. I think that is something with like the bones, the shells, things like that. I feel like you have to have some sort of connection with something, because I mean, if just with tarot that you have the pictures and the background and colors,
Yeah.
and it sometimes, for me, I feel it's like it's a little bit, what am I seeing here?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
No, it's
at
true. It's
first,
true.
when you start looking at these cards that you're not familiar with, and you're like, what does this mean? You know?
Yeah. Me right now with the tarot that you gifted me. I was like, I don't know what this means. I was like, well, I can read to you what I understand or what I
Mhm.
feel is coming through for you. But like maybe it's not necessarily what the pictures of the card are depicting, you
Mhm.
know. So that's also really challenging for me, at least as of right
Yeah.
now,
Mhm.
is putting the full story together. Yeah. That kind of scares me. Not scares me, but just it makes me nervous. It
Yeah.
makes me
Yeah, yeah.
nervous.
I get it. Yeah. Yeah, of
It makes
course.
it makes me so nervous because
You
I
know,
want to give you and I don't want to say accurate reading, but I want you to get, I guess, closure or, clarification as to what you're seeking. Like I want to be able to do that, and I don't
mhm.
want to leave you with more
Yeah.
questions.
Mhm.
So that's the nerve-wracking part for me.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah. You
Hmm.
wanna you wanna give that reading that you
Meaning, I guess, for me would
Mhm.
be the word, maybe.
I feel like if I was to give out a reading, I would like to give a type of reading that I would like to give, where if I am able to understand and connect, because I think it's connecting also,
Mm.
as much as I can to give out information
Yeah.
as much as possible to have
Mm-hmm.
that exactly como tú dices, to have let them have that understanding instead of that questioning. Even though sometimes you
Yes.
still will go with more questions than
You
what you
still would, yeah. You still leave with
even
more questions than
yeah.
answers.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Mm. Uh but yeah, I don't know. So do you feel on your readings that you have gotten certain things have come up true?
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. Definitely. Yes, 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 yes. When I had gotten my reading with Alyssa, it's about to be a year since I've gotten that reading. That's crazy. Wow. Wow, that's scary. When I got my first reading with Alyssa, um, she had mentioned something about us, me and George, and like how he would start feeling some type of way about where we're at right now. And I kid you not, this was in October. No, I lie. This was in November when she had told me this information. And I want to say somewhere around February, he literally said it straight. He was like, I can't. He was like, I can't be here anymore. He was like, I don't like it here anymore. He was just like, I'm done. He was like, I'm ready. Like I'm ready for something else. And that shook me to my core because that I was like, I never thought he would be ready to move,
Mhm.
you know? I've always been ready to move. I think I've expressed that a lot, I think, to you, to anyone willing
Mhm.
to listen. And I have no shame. Um, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I've always expressed how I wanted to move and how I was not that I wasn't happy, but I just feel like I don't connect with where we're living in or at
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
state. And it just never felt like home to me. And so for him to say that, I was just like, oh my God, it's a door opening. It's a door opening where I can just creep in and be like, okay,
Mhm.
let's let's talk about it. Let's talk about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Um, and there was other things that she had mentioned as well, like in regards to my family, like my immediate family, where I was kind of in disbelief because I was just like, no, I'm not gonna let that happen because I've always been a people pleaser,
Mhm.
and it's something that I've been trying to break.
Mhm.
Girl.
No, I said
Uh,
because I mean,
yeah, no, I know.
things.
I didn't mean it like that. No, but I know you know what I mean. And so for her to tell me, certain things that I was gonna stop doing or that I was gonna be more, that's not the word I want to use. Just be more straightforward with my boundaries with certain people. I was kind of like thinking to myself at that time, I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Like that's something I've always had trouble with. Like it's something I've always struggled. And then come to find out that she was right. She was right. And especially during this month, she literally called it. She was like, this is where you're gonna make a decision of whether or not to keep communicating with that individual. And literally, literally two at the beginning, no, yeah, 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. Um, I was talking to George, I was journaling and I was talking to him and I was like, Alyssa did it again. I was like, Alyssa did it again. I was like, she literally said that by this time, within this month, that I was going to, stop talking to said individual. And I was like, it's been how long now? And I was like, and I don't feel bad. I feel like this is a healthy choice and, like it's something that needs to happen.
Mhm.
And then I remember this journaling that night and listening back to what she was saying. And I was like, it's making sense. Like it
Mhm.
really is making sense. As much as I don't want to say that as much as I pulled away from it, because there was I didn't really do much of that, but like it just happened
On its own.
on its
Mm-hmm.
own, you
Mm.
know, it happened on its own timing. So
Well, it's not me because I'm still here.
obviously not. It could never be you. You're my favorite person. Um,
What do you think about the common, myths about tarot, or other fortune telling, or how would I put this? With other fortune telling instruments. There you go. Because I know there's always like myths about something, Well, let's say
mhm.
with tarot, I at some point in my life as a child, I remember um my parents saying, "Oh, esas son cosas del diablo, esas cosas no se juegan and this and that." But then
Yeah,
here to come find out that they went to a tarot reader to get confirmation of or something, and it's like, hello, you just said
you
something completely different, you know.
solo cuando les conviene.
Yeah, or just even when you go to church or Sunday mass, and and they're saying, or you're using all these things now and that it's not
hmm
okay, like, have you had
Yeah.
any of that before?
Yeah, well, like with the palm readings, my mom was like, no, because they take your life away.
I actually, yeah, I was gonna tell
Uh,
you that she was the one who said the same thing to me, because after I told her that I had gotten my palm read, when I was in Delaware, she told me the same thing. She's like,
yeah.
"Yeah, don't do it again, because this is malo and this and that." But
Really?
yeah, that's why I remember,
That,
because she said it to me too. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember.
she had told me that with tarot, I've always heard that with tarot, what I had always been told was that if a message was meant for you, that they would find you, that you didn't have to go looking for them in order for them to read your tarot cards. So I was kind of always really nervous. So like when I had said yes to, well, I first of all, I really wanted to do a tarot session. But when you had mentioned that like you go to Alyssa and everything like that, like I was kind of iffy, but I really wanted to do it because
Hmm.
I wanted answers on certain things, but I was just
Hmm.
kind of the entire session. I just remember feeling really like nervous, like
Yeah, yeah, of
overwhelmed, like
course. Hmm.
what is she gonna say? What is she not gonna say? And um, so that's what I was always told about tarot, that like para las cartas, los mensajes te buscan.
Hmm.
Um, so there was that for tarot. And I mean, those are the only two I've heard. I've heard. Or I don't know if this would be considered a reading or not. Well, no, not really. It's not considered a reading. Oh my goodness. I had it and it went away. I guess it's not meant for me to say because I don't remember now. My brain fog today has been really foggy. I remember now. Oh, okay, I do remember. It had to do with the coffee grounds and the
Hmm.
teas. That if you saw a skull, it was because death was coming. But I
Oh.
don't know because I've never gotten that done before, but it's something that I had always like seen on TikTok. So I don't know how
Oh, okay.
accurate that is.
Hmm.
But there was that.
I do see one lady that she does coffee ground readings. Oh, when she does them, I feel like she's talking to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I feel like that too sometimes. I follow some tarot readers on TikTok and I'm just like, I came on this app at the
the
exact
right.
time that you were
Yeah.
doing this reading. Like, this
Yeah.
has to be for me.
Hmm.
There's no other way that it's for somebody else. I'm sure a bunch of other people feel the
Oh,
exact same way
definitely.
though. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. If you had somebody who was like super superstitious with tarot, or
I
um
do have someone who is
yeah, I
superstitious.
know. Uh um or any of the tools that we use to read, because we also use pendulums. Uh,
Yeah, the pendulums.
other people use the rods. But how would you come, how will you tell them in a certain way to respect um the practice?
Oh, well, what did I tell Jorge? I can't remember now. Um, I always told him like, to go in with an open mind, to not mock anything, and to have some questions in mind that he wanted to ask. But I also told him, what did I tell him? I also told him that like, like again, to not disrespect it by like if he didn't want to do it at the time of the session, to just say he didn't want to do it and to like not go forward with it,
Right.
rather than
Okay.
just go forward with it and not be
Close-minded.
uh exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Um so yeah, I would just say like, go with the flow. Um and if you don't feel comfortable,
But just don't do it. Yeah.
then just don't do it,
Mm-hmm.
don't, just don't do it. Yeah, like,
What would you think it would be like the best way for anyone who wants to start exploring into the practice?
mm,
What will be like the best way? Or let's say, how are you starting?
me
Mm-hmm.
to like practice doing readings
Mm-hmm.
on other people.
No, 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 just your practice of in starting when you started your pendulum, when you started, well, now that you have your tarot cards, your oracle
Okay,
cards.
my oracle cards.
Mm-hmm.
Um, honestly, it's probably gonna be not the best advice.
But that's okay.
Um, I I feel like they call me
Mm-hmm.
when I need to like, shuffle them out and get a card. Like I feel like it's really spontaneous with me and the cards. Like um literally last week I was out here cleaning our room
Mm-hmm.
and I had looked at the box, but I was like, no, like I'm okay right now. But then for whatever reason, um I had a question in my head and I was like, if this question pops up again, but not by my words, by someone else's words,
Mm-hmm.
like I'll pick them up. And then literally Jorge asked me, he was like, you should pull an oracle card for yourself. There it is. I was like, say no more. So I did it and I ended up pulling one for myself, for him, for you, for my sister, for my tia Betty, for the dog. I ended up pulling one for them too. I mean, go at your own pace, really.
Mm-hmm.
Really going at your own pace, how you feel comfortable. There's gonna be days where you feel like you're gonna connect more with them and you're gonna want to, do readings for everyone and see what you can get. And then there's other days where you're just gonna be like,
Not today.
it's not today. It's not a today type of thing.
Yeah. Also, I feel that in despite of whatever instrument anyone wants to use or want to start using, uh get a little bit more information,
Mm-hmm.
um
Oh
read
yeah.
about it, talk to
YouTube,
somebody.
you can look it up
Yeah.
on YouTube. That's what I was doing
Mm-hmm.
with I know we had a session with Alyssa and a class, not a session, a
Mm-hmm.
class
It's
with
a
Alyssa
class.
in regards to
Mm-hmm.
tarot. But prior to that, I was also going on YouTube and trying to like
Understand
take
it.
a
Mm-hmm.
yeah, take away that intimidation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um by watching and then obviously the class that we attended with Alyssa was also very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
more
Also,
videos.
yeah, like go to those type of courses, or that there is around your area that anybody will have. If there's
Yeah.
tarot courses, like if it's tarot something that's your call, um take them. Now I don't
Excuse
know if
me.
there's any classes with like the rods or runes. I know some of them do like runes
Mm-hmm.
classes, and yeah, just be more informative. If it's something that
Yeah.
calls you, just be safe.
No,
Just be
yeah, be
safe.
safe. Oh yeah, whenever I do either the tarots or the tarot cards or the oracle cards, I always
Mhm.
call on my team to guide me and to let whatever message needs to be heard out. That's how
Mhm.
I always start actually.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, like sometimes the card will jump out, other times I
Mhm.
have to shuffle and then sometimes I'll hear like, "Oh, stop." Like someone or something whisper like, "Stop," or
Mhm.
"This is it," or I'll just jump. I
That's
like
cool.
it when they jump though.
I like,
I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
I
I like when they
I
jump.
yeah, I kind of read the jumpy ones. When we started, when I first did my first class of tarot with Alyssa, she really told us to connect, when we're shuffling,
Mhm.
kind of feel the sensation of our body and,
Yeah.
to kind of um listen to our body when there's something different.
Mhm.
Maybe that could be the point where we need to stop, and we stop and take out whatever card is on top, or and stuff like that. But yeah, get information in whatever tool you want to use. If you want to use the
Yeah.
pendulum, there's a lot of stuff out there for pendulums, tarot, the
Mhm.
rods,
Oracle
oracle
cards.
cards. Yeah. um,
Yeah.
get more, a lot of information out there. It's a lot of
Yeah, be
reading.
open to receiving
Yeah.
all of that information as well.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
don't just be open to one thing because
Mhm.
that one thing probably isn't even the thing that you're gonna end up
Using
using
starting with,
first, you
yeah.
know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everybody
Um,
everybody is different. Everybody perceives differently.
mhm.
Um
Yeah.
we we say that, take in as much as information you're able to get, but at the end of the
Mhm.
day, you're gonna use certain things differently. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
it's just a way of help, a way of how to get to, how to start, to have an
Mhm.
idea of how to get started.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah.
But remember, everyone, that, go at your own pace, be patient
Mhm.
with yourself, be graceful, and it'll come to you. However it is that it comes, it will be for you.
Yeah.
It will be for you. Before we go, I pulled out an oracle card um from our lovely deck here, as always. I want to purchase another one. So this one jumped out actually. So I was like, really excited when it jumped out. It says, "Tomorrow is bright. I allow myself to feel optimistic about my future. The journey of my life rolls out before me, a mysterious discovery of co-created adventures."
Um,
So take that as you will.
I don't know, man. These two cards are hitting home.
Yeah, honestly, they kind of mirror each other in a way.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. You see, the cards always know what they're talking about. They always know what to say. They always have the right things to say.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, fortune telling isn't about scaring you with the unknown. It's about reminding you that you'll never be really walking blind.
Yeah, I mean, I wear glasses, so I don't walk blind. But like Thea said, it's guidance, it's reflection, and sometimes even a little bit of magic to remind us that the universe is paying attention,
Mm.
as we saw today. I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
look back at the two cards that jumped at us today.
Hmm. In the beginning and the end, isn't that something?
Exactly. Yeah, mirrored each other to the T, like perfectly.
Hmm. Hmm. Yep.
But
Well, thank you guys for tuning in.
yes. Don't forget to follow us give us a follow, you guys, on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube, of course. Um, and then again, always email us any of your personal stories that you've had with fortune telling, any, spiritual questions that you may have that we can be able to help you answer or look into with you. Like, just let us know what type of journey you guys are going for.
Yeah. Yeah. Just let us know. All right,
Yes.
then. Bye.
Well, bye.